Hi everyone, so I'm going to talk you through my favourite summer products at the moment, and it has kind of taken me a while to get into that kind of summer makeup vibe, and I do find it's different from kind of every year. I tend to get into different things, but like for example last year I was super into orange lips. It was just, I was obsessed, that was the only colours I wanted to wear. This year I'm really into kind of bright pinks and that kind of thing, and I probably don't look super summery today because the lighting is really weird. It's kind of really grey outside, but this is kind of the summer look that I've been going for. Again, like I said, not that you can really tell by today's weird lighting. Should I do that? Is that better? A little bit more white. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I just look really pale, and I'm not. I'm actually like really tanned. But whatever. Never mind. So, for base products this summer, I have pretty much been using one thing and one thing only, and I really like it, and that is the Bourjois 123 Perfect CC Cream. Now, I know a lot of people prefer BB creams. I'm more of a CC cream girl because I like the tones of CC creams better. I find BB creams kind of on my skin are always a little bit chalky looking and it just doesn't look right. But I love this CC cream so much. This is what I've got on today. I have obviously got on concealer and everything as well. But it's really nice and kind of light, doesn't feel greasy. I really like the colour of this, which I know is a really kind of weird thing to comment on, but I've got it in the shade beige, rose beige, number 33. And if I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, I'll show you. I just think the colour of it's a really good colour. It's kind of nice and yellow, and the texture of it's lovely. I do put it on with a brush because I find that gives a bit more coverage. I use the Expert Face brush from Real Techniques today, but the buffing brush works nicely if you want kind of more of a sheer finish. But I really like it, nice and light, a little bit of sunscreen. You don't need much in the summer. It's sweaty and it kind of doesn't feel nice. On the subject of sweaty, I have to give an honourable mention to the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I go back to this every summer. In the winter I'll kind of dabble with different powders because, let's face it, powder's not a particularly exciting product. But this is in Silky Beige, which is 005. Writing's rubbed off. I've hit pan. I use it with a duo fibre brush. It's just my favourite. I use it to top up as well during the day, and it's just such a good kind of powder for mattifying but not looking powdery, which is my pet hate. I hate things that look powdery. This works really well. I really recommend it. It's kind of, Rimmel's one of those brands that doesn't particularly appeal to me usually. There's not many things from them that I love, but this is a really good product. So that's that for kind of base products. Then for bronzer, because let's face it, when summer is kind of when you go for bronzer properly, kind of more full on. There's two that I've been really enjoying, and the first one is just a powder bronzer. And I featured this in a haul a little while ago, and it's the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, which looks like this. I like these types of tones in bronzers. I like them to kind of be that sort of terracotta-y tone rather than having any red or orange in them. I know a lot of people like them to have red tones in. I just find it looks a bit weird. I find this is the most flattering colour on me. I love that it's big. I love like a big pan bronzer. I just think it's so much easier, and I'm really not into kind of little bronzers. I just think it's annoying because you need a big brush to apply it, but really inexpensive. I mean, the packaging's really naff. It's really plasticky and cheap, but really nice bronzer. I've been wearing that loads. And then this is one that I only discovered last week, but since I've got it I've worn it tons, and it's the Benefit Dew the Hoola Liquid Bronzer. Now I must admit, Benefit again is one of those brands that I'm not crazy about everything that they do, but I do really like Hoola bronzer, the powder one. I do think it's a really nice bronzer. Wish they changed the packaging, but you know. And this is basically a liquid bronzer. Now this was a freebie that came with this month's Elle magazine, and I'm kind of tempted to buy another one of the magazines because I really do like this. But basically you just squeeze out a little amount, and you do have to kind of be careful. Don't pump it all the way down because it does come out quite a lot and you only need a tiny bit. And that is what it looks like here, if I rub it in a little bit for you. And it's so nice. You could use it kind of as a bronzer all over. It's probably similar to the Clarins kind of bronzing base. But what I like to do is I put a little bit on my hands, take kind of a fluffy yet dense sort of duo fibre brush. I'm using one from Zoeva, and just apply it like you would normal bronzer. So I've kind of got it here and here. I've got a different thing kind of as contour, but I really love it. I think it's so nice and fresh and summery, and I just really like that kind of cream products, not tons of makeup, that just really summery nice product. where it doesn't look like tons of makeup but you've still got colour to your face, because I do think summer makeup's kind of all about colour. Which leads me on to the next products, which are cheek products, and I only ever use cream blush in the summer. In the winter I don't know why, I just don't tend to bother really. And I've got a few here. This one is actually from Benefit, and what I said before about the Benefit annoy me with kind of some of their products, this is another really nice Benefit one. Not sponsored by Benefit, it's just a lot of Benefit products that I've been using lately, and this one is Marjorette. I do find the packaging of this very annoying. I don't understand why it needs to be so bulky. I mean, it looks cute, I get it, it's supposed to look like a macaroon, but it's just irritating, and I don't know, I'm not into Benefit's packaging in general. But this is what the colour looks like, and it's just a nice kind of corally peach colour. And it is so nice, really pigmented. You do need a brush with it. I use the Real Techniques contour brush. If you do it with your hands, it's kind of a little bit too pigmented, I find, to work as well. But it's such a nice blush, and I just kind of do it high on the apples of my cheeks, and it just works so nicely. And a really, really good product from Benefit, I think. It's one of those kind of products that doesn't get talked about tons, but I really like it, and it dries down to kind of a semi-powdery finish as well, which I appreciate. Then this one from MAC I've had for ages, and it was from some limited collection, I don't know, and it's called Something Special. And it's not a special colour, it's just kind of like a pale pink, but again, really, really pretty. Works better with a brush. Again, use it with the Real Techniques contour brush. And it's one of those kind of products where it just works. Something about this is just really kind of pretty. It is one that I think suited to slightly more paler skins than if you've got darker skin because of the tone of it, but I really like it. And then two drugstore ones, because the ones I mentioned were just a bit more expensive. This one is really cheap, and it's from Bourjois, and it's the cream blush in, well, cream to powder blush in the shade number 1, which is Nude Velvet. And this is the blusher I've got on today. It is very, very sheer, isn't it? It's not kind of... This is one that you can put on with your hands. You don't get much colour. I mean, if I show you, this is what I tend to do. Get a little bit. And then I always cross my fingers like this. I don't know why. It's just what I do. And I'll pop it here. Now, I have to be careful with cream blush where I put it, because I do have pigmentation. If you are lucky enough not to suffer from this problem, then you can kind of be a bit more liberal with where you place it. I have to place it a little bit more carefully. But yeah, I like this blush. It's just nice, dries down. They don't last as long as powder blushes, but to be honest, blush is one of those products that kind of goes walking before anything else on your face. And then the last one is this Topshop one, which is Head Over Heels. And it's this slightly more bright kind of peachy colour. I love this. I love the Topshop blushes in general, actually. I think they're really good value for money. And I think the packaging of them is really sweet and pretty as well. I'm just going to put my... cross my legs because I'm not comfortable. So yeah, those are cheek products. Then let's quickly do kind of brows and eyes. And you're probably thinking, why are you talking about brows? Whatever. I like a slightly more kind of undone, less polished brow in the summer. Don't know what it is. It's just kind of that glowy kind of brow thing, but I don't know, I prefer a slightly more undone brow. And the two things I've been using a lot lately, again from Benefit, I swear I'm not being sponsored by Benefit, it's just what I've been using lately. And it's because, I'll tell you why it is actually, it's because this month and last month they've had quite a few new launches, so there's been a lot of Benefit magazine freebies, and I'm a magazine junkie anyway, so I've got them. This one is the Benefit Ready Set Brow, which is basically a clear brow gel. Well, it might have a slight tint to it, but it's kind of not a no, it's not, it's clear. But the brush on this I really like. It's like a mascara brush, and I fill my brows in just a little bit with a Soap and Glory Archery pencil, and then just go and set them with this, and I think it works really nicely. And if I want something that's a little bit more textured, if that's the right word, then the Benefit Gimme Brow is really good. This month Glamour magazine were giving this away. My only issue with this though is that because it's the small size, I find the nib kind of makes it awkward. I do prefer the old packaging, I've got to say it. Benefit packaging just doesn't really do it for me. So that's in terms of brows. And then for eyes, I've been really into just wearing kind of a rose gold or kind of shimmery shade all over the lid, and then doing this kind of liner and a little bit on the bottom, which I've been doing a lot lately, and I will do a tutorial about it soon. But the two eyeshadows I've worn tons and tons this kind of past couple of months have been MAC All That Glitters, which is this one right here, which probably is my all-time favourite eyeshadow. It's that one right there. I love it so much. If you want to see a video about my MAC palette, even though that's not really a thing anymore, is it, then I'll link it down below, because I have done one before. And I also really like this shadow, which I want to say is, it's not Tempting. What is this one called? Let me tell you. I can't get it out now. That one, oh, Mythology, which is more of a kind of just a shimmery, slightly more rosy tone, but I've worn that quite a bit as well. And then for something a little bit more toned down, so I'd wear those usually on kind of day 1 of fake tanning. I'm on day 2 of fake tan now, and I'm wearing the Clarins Ombre Iridescent in Aquatic Rose, which looks like this. And I will come closer, I said that like a Disney villain, and close my eyes. Really, really pretty, just shimmery, nice and subtle. And I've been kind of doing this liner look just because I feel like it makes my eyes look a nicer shape. I don't know, you'll have to let me know. You can say if you think it doesn't suit me, but I've been doing kind of more of a liquid line on my upper lash line, little bit of brown pencil underneath, nude liner inside, and then after I put my mascara on, this is key, after I've put my mascara on, I then kind of extend the line a little bit, and I just feel like it makes my eyes look a lot nicer, but whatever. And for mascara, like I said, I have been really into the lashes because I've not been doing complicated eye looks, and I've been really enjoying these two by Essence, Lash Princess and the Multi-Action. I've Instagrammed about these loads, so I won't go on about it too much, and you've probably seen my lashes, which are really rubbish anyway. Both of these smudge. I do have to lock them down with some Maybelline Lash Sensational, and do Lash Sensational on the bottom lashes because they smudge, but that's probably just me and my hideously oily skin. So then we have got lip products, which is, let's face it, the most exciting part of summer. I'm wearing a maxi dress and I'm like fidgeting and just uncomfortable, but whatever. So I have been really, really into pink lipsticks. It's just been my thing. I don't know why. Like I said, last summer I was really into oranges. But one exception from the pink lips has been this, and I've rediscovered this. I've had it for ages. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but it's the L'Oreal Caresse in Princess. And it's like a liquid lipstick, but they're kind of quite glossy, and it's a lovely kind of corally colour, which I mean, I love coral. I think it's one of those really flattering shades. It looks like that, and I've worn this so much these past couple of weeks. Really, really enjoy it, and it feels really nice on the lips. It gives you that kind of juicy lip thing. Always makes me think a bit of JLo's makeup in the I'm Into You video for some reason. But then in terms of just other pinks, I'm not going to swatch everything for you just because a lot of them are pretty much the same colour. But we've got the Maybelline Vivid Matte in Coral Courage, which I've complained about before is not a coral. Maybelline's In With Coral, which, I don't know, again, to me this is just a really, really bright pink. That one right there. That's pink, that's not coral. I'm not sure why they do that. And then this one, which I wore a lot last summer as well, and it's Maybelline's Revlon's Unapologetic, which is like a nice neon pink colour. Love that one. Surprisingly flattering as well. And then for kind of more bright, shocking pinks, I Instagrammed a picture of this, and a lot of people said they found it a really hard colour to wear. I think it's quite a flattering colour, but it's Topshop's Brighton Rock. I think it's a really nice flattering colour. I really like it. I really like Topshop lipsticks in general, and I need to buy more Topshop makeup. Yeah, right. Like I need to buy any more makeup at all. And then this one was one that I did love a couple of years ago when it was released, and it's from the Clinique Matte collection, and it's called Matte Peony. Very similar to MAC's, what's it called? Not Chatterbox. What's it called? Impassioned. Similar to that, but a little bit more warm pink rather than blue toned. And then the last two are quite sheer pink options, which I also like sometimes. And this is the one I've gotten today. It's the Body Shop Colour Crush in number 18, which is more of a kind of corally pink, and this is more of a sheer version. A little bit more glossy and sheer, but really pretty. And then this one from Bourjois. You know I love these because I've talked about them a lot, in number 05, the Souffle de Velvet. Really, really pretty. I love this a lot. I've worn it tons. That one right there. Really pretty but sheer on the lips, but you can kind of build it up. So those have been my summer makeup favourites. I really enjoy doing this kind of, I don't know, it's just, they're such fun colours, summer colours, aren't they? I love it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what your summer favourites are, and I will do a kind of all-round summer must-have products, that kind of thing, skincare, nail polish, all that kind of thing, next week probably as well, so keep your eyes out for that. But I hope you enjoyed this. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.